Let me ask you something. As we get older, we focus so much on the usual suspects for staying healthy, right? Eating well, maybe taking some vitamins, trying to stay active. But what if there's a powerful, natural key to vitality, especially after 60 or 70, that often gets ignored, maybe even whispered about like it's some kind of secret? Did you know that something entirely private, completely free, and available to you right now could actually be a significant boost for some of the biggest health challenges many of us face as we age? We're talking about tackling sluggish circulation, melting away that constant undercurrent of stress, and even unlocking deeper, more restorative sleep. Yes, today we are going to talk plainly and honestly about masturbation for vibrant aging. Now, I know, for some, that word might still feel a bit off-limits. Maybe it's years of societal conditioning or just not something openly discussed. But the truth is, understanding this natural part of human experience could be doing more good for your health than you might possibly realize. If you're navigating your 60s, 70s, 80s, or beyond, or if you simply believe in living fully and understanding your body at every stage, stick with me. We're going to look at the real science and the practical benefits: better blood flow, serious stress reduction, and sleep that actually leaves you feeling refreshed. This isn't about shock value, it's about empowerment and health. Before we dive deep, I'm really curious to see who's joining this important conversation. Could you do me a quick favor? Drop a simple comment below right now with the word "ready" if you're open to exploring health topics that sometimes get overlooked. And maybe add where you're tuning in from, your city, state, or country. It's wonderful to know where this message is reaching. Let's connect. My promise to you is simple: clear, practical information, delivered with respect and understanding. Think of this less like a lecture and more like a conversation about reclaiming a tool you've always possessed. Ready to maybe challenge some old assumptions? Let's get started. All right, let's talk about circulation. Does this sound familiar? Maybe your hands and feet feel colder than they used to. Perhaps you notice a bit more stiffness when you get up, or a general sense of fatigue that seems to linger, even on days you haven't done much. You might just chalk it up to getting older, right? Just another inevitable part of the journey. But what if sluggish circulation is quietly undermining your energy and vitality more than you think? Your blood vessels are the delivery network for everything: oxygen, nutrients, all the good stuff your muscles, brain, and organs need to function optimally. When that flow slows down, things just don't work as well. Here's where things get interesting. Engaging in sexual activity, including masturbation, acts like a natural workout for your circulatory system. Your heart rate increases, blood vessels dilate, they open up wider, pushing more oxygen-rich blood throughout your entire body. Think of it like giving your internal plumbing a good, healthy flush. Now, science backs this up. Studies, like some published in sexual medicine journals, have consistently shown this link between sexual activity and improved blood flow. But let's move beyond the clinical findings for a second. What does this feel like? It can mean less of that nagging fatigue, potentially sharper thinking because your brain is getting more oxygen, maybe even healthier-looking skin. I've heard people describe it simply as feeling more alive, more vibrant. Isn't that what we're aiming for as we age? Not just adding years to life, but life to our years? This isn't some magic pill. It's your body's innate ability to respond and revitalize itself. It's a way to actively participate in your own circulatory health, beyond just diet or standard exercise. So let me ask you, have you noticed changes in your circulation as you've gotten older? Maybe those colder extremities or that feeling of stiffness? Share a quick thought in the comments. What's one thing you currently do to try and keep your blood flowing well? A morning walk? Stretching? Let's share some ideas. Now, let's tackle stress. Oh, stress. It seems to be a constant companion in modern life, doesn't it? Worries about family, finances, health concerns, or sometimes just that vague feeling of tension that settles in your shoulders or neck. It can feel heavy, like a weight you're constantly carrying. We know chronic stress isn't good for us. It keeps our bodies in a state of high alert, pumping out hormones like cortisol. Over time, high cortisol can contribute to everything from high blood pressure and sleep problems to memory issues and even weight gain. It silently chips away at our well-being. But what if your own body holds a powerful antidote? When you experience orgasm, your brain releases a wonderful cocktail of neurochemicals, most notably endorphins. You've probably heard of endorphins. They're often called feel-good chemicals. They act as natural mood boosters and pain relievers. Think of it as your body's built-in stress release valve. Research, including studies looking at hormones, like in psychoneuroendocrinology, confirms that sexual activity can indeed lower those pesky cortisol levels. When cortisol drops, you physically feel that release. Muscles relax, breathing deepens, the mind quiets down. It's not just a momentary escape, it's a physiological reset. I've spoken with many people who, after rediscovering this private form of self-care, describe feeling like a tangible weight has lifted. One person told me, "I didn't realize how much tension I was holding until I finally let it go this way." It's a profound sense of relief. And here's a crucial point. The benefits aren't just fleeting. Those endorphins can linger, helping you navigate the rest of your day with a calmer perspective, a little more resilience. Imagine consciously using this natural tool to tell stress, "Not today, I'm taking back control." How empowering does that sound? It's a mini vacation for your nervous system, accessible anytime. I'm genuinely curious. What's your current go-to method for unwinding when stress piles up? A hot bath? Listening to music? Deep breathing? Maybe stepping outside for fresh air? Let us know in the comments below. Sharing what works for you might just help someone else find a new strategy. Okay, let's talk about sleep. Or perhaps the lack of it. How many nights have you spent tossing and turning, watching the clock tick by, desperately wishing for sleep to come? It's incredibly frustrating, and unfortunately, sleep troubles often become more common as we age. We try all sorts of things, don't we? Warm milk, avoiding screens, maybe even over-the-counter aids. But sometimes, sleep remains elusive, leaving you feeling groggy, irritable, and just not yourself the next day. Poor sleep doesn't just make you tired, it impacts your mood, your immune system, your cognitive function, everything. Here's where masturbation might offer a surprising yet effective solution. Following orgasm, the brain releases another important hormone called prolactin. Prolactin is strongly associated with feelings of relaxation, satisfaction, and sleepiness. Combine that with the muscle relaxation and the calming effects of those endorphins we just talked about, and you have a natural recipe for encouraging sleep. Scientific reviews looking at sleep medicine have noted this connection. Sexual activity, including solo activity, often correlates with improved sleep quality. Why? It helps quiet both the body and the mind. Your muscles let go of tension, your heart rate naturally slows down, and that mental chatter that keeps you awake finally begins to fade. Think about the people I've heard from who struggled with insomnia for years. They tried medications, routines, everything under the sun. Then, hesitantly sometimes, they incorporated this simple act back into their lives and reported sleeping more deeply and waking up feeling more rested than they had in a long time. One person jokingly called it their secret sleep weapon. But really, it's just biology working as intended. The beauty here is that it's a natural process. No pills with potential side effects, no complicated routines. It's simply leveraging your body's own mechanisms to transition into rest. If sleep has been a battle for you, could this be a gentle, effective strategy you haven't considered? Let me ask you this. What does your current wind-down routine look like before bed? Do you read? Listen to calming music? Sip herbal tea? Share your best tip for preparing for sleep in the comments. Let's gather a collection of great ideas. Okay, we've talked about the why, the circulation, the stress relief, the better sleep. But perhaps you're thinking, how do I actually approach this comfortably, especially if it's been a while or if my body has changed? Let's make this practical and approachable. First, create your space. Find a time and place where you feel completely private and uninterrupted. Your bedroom, a bathroom with a lock, wherever you feel safe and relaxed. Maybe dim the lights, perhaps play some soft music if that helps set a calming mood. This is your time. Second, tune in and take it slow. There's no need to rush. Start with some deep, calming breaths. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly. This helps shift your nervous system out of stress mode and into rest mode. Then, simply explore gentle touch. Focus on what feels pleasant, relaxing, or interesting. This is about reconnecting with your body's sensations, not achieving a specific goal. Third, prioritize comfort. Our bodies change, and that's perfectly okay. If you have arthritis, back pain, or mobility issues, use pillows for support, under your knees, hips, or back. Try different positions. Lying on your side might be more comfortable than on your back. For women experiencing vaginal dryness, very common after menopause, don't hesitate to use a good quality water-based lubricant. It can make a world of difference in comfort and enjoyment. Think of it as just another tool for self-care. Fourth, be kind to yourself. If it feels a little awkward or unfamiliar at first, that is completely normal, especially if it's been years, or if you're carrying old guilt or shame around the topic. Approach it with curiosity, not judgment. There's no right or wrong way. Celebrate any small positive feeling, a moment of relaxation, a sense of connection, feeling less stressed afterward. You're doing this for your health and well-being. Maybe set a small, achievable intention. Try exploring this just once in the coming week, focusing purely on relaxation. Pay attention to how you feel physically and mentally afterward. Did you notice a little less tension? Maybe sleep a bit better that night? Before we wrap up, it's crucial we address some common myths that unfortunately still hang around this topic. Myths I've definitely heard over the years. Myth number 1. Isn't this just for young people? Absolutely, unequivocally not. Your capacity for pleasure and the health benefits associated with sexual activity, including masturbation, do not have an expiration date. Reputable studies focusing on older adults confirm that sexual expression remains important and beneficial throughout life. As long as it feels good and right for you, age is irrelevant. Myth number 2. Is it safe? Won't it strain my heart or health? For the vast majority of people, the physical exertion involved is mild, often compared to brisk walking or climbing a couple of flights of stairs. Of course, if you have specific, serious health concerns like recent heart surgery or uncontrolled high blood pressure, it's always wise to have a conversation with your doctor. But for most, research shows it's perfectly safe and, as we've discussed, offers health benefits. And the biggest myth? I'm just too old for things like this. Let me say this as clearly as I can. You are never too old to care for your body, to experience pleasure, or to prioritize your well-being in ways that feel good to you. Reject that narrative. Your body is still capable, you are still valuable, and you deserve to feel good. Taking ownership of your health in all its aspects is a sign of strength and vitality at any age. Thinking about this, what's one outdated belief about aging, maybe related to health or ability, that you are actively trying to let go of? Share it below if you feel comfortable. Let's challenge those old ideas together. So, there we have it. We've pulled back the curtain on a topic often left in the shadows and looked at it through the lens of health and well-being. Better circulation, reduced stress, improved sleep, these aren't small things. They are cornerstones of feeling good and living vibrantly, especially as we navigate our later decades. This conversation isn't about telling anyone what they should do. It's about providing information, busting myths, and perhaps opening a door to a natural, private, and powerful tool for self-care that you might have overlooked or felt hesitant about. It's about recognizing that your pleasure and your health are intrinsically linked. It's about empowerment, taking charge of your well-being, listening to your body, and making choices that support your vitality, mind, body, and spirit. You have this innate capacity for self-healing and self-soothing. If this conversation resonated with you, if it sparked a new thought or challenged an old belief, please give this video a thumbs up. That helps other people who might benefit from this information find it too. And please, subscribe if you haven't already for more honest conversations about thriving at every age. Don't forget to check the comments, see where others are watching from, read their stress tips, their sleep routines. Let's build a supportive community here. Thank you so much for joining me today, for your openness and your willingness to explore all facets of health. Until next time, take good care of yourself, stay curious, and remember your well-being is worth prioritizing.